Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're going to be looking at cross-border payments
Ooh, very timely.
and how blockchain is shaking things up.
Right. It's a hot topic.
Yeah, for sure. We've got this super interesting LinkedIn article
Oh, cool.
with some really thought-provoking comments, and
Uh-huh.
basically we want to figure out how this tech actually works,
Yeah,
who's already using it,
I'm curious.
and what it all means for the future of finance.
Yeah, what does the future hold?
Exactly.
Well, one thing that really grabs my attention is that this isn't some far-off thing.
Right.
Blockchain's already being used. Companies like Stake US.
Thank you, US.
Yeah, they're using it right now to make international payments, well, faster, more efficient.
Stake US. I'm not familiar with them. What's their deal?
Basically, they facilitate cross-border payments for businesses using blockchain.
Okay.
The interesting thing is how this, changes the whole scene. Think about it. Have you ever, sent money internationally?
Yeah. Don't remind me.
The fees, the waiting,
It's like sending a carrier pigeon. Sometimes it feels that slow.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Once I had to send money to a friend overseas,
Oh, yeah.
and it was such a maze. Fees, on top
Yeah.
of fees forms to fill out,
So many forms.
and then the waiting, forever for it to
Yeah.
get there.
It's agonized.
And the worst part, the lack of transparency, I felt like my money just vanished into thin air.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Right.
Totally. See, the system we have now, it relies on this chain of, intermediaries.
Intermediaries.
Yeah, and each one takes their cut and adds to the delay.
Oh, I see.
So this fragmented system, it's a pain for everyone.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So blockchain streamlines it all.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to see why people are excited about it. But
Yeah.
what makes blockchain so special for this?
Okay, so imagine a digital ledger, right? But it's copied across a whole network of computers, and it records every single transaction, but in a way that can't be changed.
Oh,
And it's totally secure. And because it's decentralized, it doesn't rely on, one central authority, no more middlemen.
So you're cutting out all those intermediaries.
Boom. And that means faster transactions, lower fees.
Nice.
Oh, and get this. Increased transparency.
How so?
Because everyone on the network can actually see the transaction history.
So it's like cutting out the middleman and letting the tech do the work.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. Now, this article mentions Ripple and Stellar.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, they're examples of blockchain platforms that are, being used for these payments.
Interesting. Can you tell us a bit more about them, what they do and how they're different?
Absolutely. So both Ripple and Stellar, they're aiming to do this, to make cross-border payments easier using blockchain.
Okay.
But their approach, it's different.
How so?
Well, Ripple, they focus on working with banks
Oh, interesting.
and financial institutions.
So they're working within the system.
Yeah, exactly. Making their existing systems better.
Okay, so Ripple's kind of like giving those old carrier pigeons a GPS and a jetpack.
I like that analogy.
What about Stellar? They're doing something different, right?
Right. Stellar's more focused on financial inclusion.
What does that mean?
Well, it means providing access to, affordable financial services for, individuals, businesses, especially in developing countries.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're building a whole new flock of high-tech birds that can reach everyone.
I love that analogy. It really clarifies things.
Glad to hear it.
And it shows how blockchain can really make a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely.
Speaking of impact, the article mentions Stella Dyer and Millicent Labs.
Yes.
They're working to help the, what's it called, the unbanked.
Right. Unbanked.
Yeah, so what's their story?
Well, Stella Dyer, her story is incredible.
Oh.
She escaped the Nigerian Biafran civil war
Oh.
and saw firsthand how hard it was to send money back home.
Oh, I see.
And now she's co-founded Millicent Labs, and they use blockchain to provide low-cost financial services.
To the unbanked.
Exactly.
Wow, talk about turning a struggle into something positive.
Right. It's amazing.
It really shows the human side of this technology.
Absolutely. It's not just about, speed or cost.
Right.
It's about empowering people, giving them control over their money.
I like that.
And here's the thing, the impact's not just on individuals.
Really?
Corporations are also starting to see how blockchain can revolutionize things.
To them too.
Yeah, especially with managing cross-border payments.
That's interesting. We've seen how it helps individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But how does it translate to, the corporate world? What advantages are there for businesses?
Well, for corporate treasurers, blockchain opens up all these possibilities.
Right.
Imagine real-time payments, less
Wow.
reliance on third parties,
Interesting.
and like way more transparency across all their transactions.
Mhm.
And this means better control, better use of their money.
So basically, it's about streamlining everything.
Yeah, and making things smoother.
But are there any, like, real-world examples of companies already doing this, benefiting from
Oh,
it?
absolutely. Standard Chartered, a big multinational bank,
Right.
they've been investing in blockchain platforms.
Really?
Yeah, to make their cross-border payments better.
So they see the value in it.
Oh, for sure. They're integrating it into how they work.
That's a good sign that blockchain is becoming, like, mainstream.
Definitely. It's not just some fringe thing anymore.
It's a real solution.
And then there are platforms like black banks.
Black banks.
Yeah. They cater to both individuals and corporations.
Oh, interesting.
They're all about inclusivity, a more accessible financial system.
Cool. So what's their, like, special sauce? What makes them stand out?
Well, their model focuses on global reach.
Okay.
They're serving like underserved regions.
Nice.
And they offer seamless integration between crypto and, regular currency.
They do both.
Mm-hmm. And their numbers are impressive. 40 million customers and, get this, $2.3 billion in revenue.
Whoa. Last year.
Yeah, just last year. They're making waves.
That's awesome. It sounds like they're pushing the boundaries of what blockchain can do.
They are. But like with any new tech, there are going to be challenges.
Oh, right. Of course.
The article mentions some hurdles that need to be cleared.
Like what?
Well, there are concerns about regulations.
Uh-huh.
Like the rules around blockchain, they're still evolving.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they vary from country to country.
All
So
right.
it makes it hard for businesses to like operate globally.
It's like playing a game where the rules keep changing.
Exactly. And then there's scalability.
Manning.
Can these networks handle like the huge volume of
Like
transactions?
the global financial system.
Yeah, as more people and businesses use blockchain.
The networks need to be able to keep up.
Right, without getting slow or too expensive.
That's a big challenge.
It is. People are working on it, but it needs to be solved.
Yeah, I get it. Sounds like we've got a lot of work to do.
We do, both with the tech itself and with creating like a supportive environment.
For it to flourish?
Exactly. One of the comments on the article,
Oh, yeah.
someone was talking about how excited they were to see blockchain's impact on banking.
Globally?
Yeah, worldwide. There's this sense of like anticipation and hope.
People are excited.
They are. They're starting to see that blockchain could like revolutionize everything.
Not just payments, but the whole financial industry.
Exactly.
In this deep dive we're doing, it's just the beginning.
It is. There's so much more to discover.
I'm excited to keep learning.
Me too. It's a rapidly evolving field.
It is. But it's easy to get lost in the technical stuff.
It is.
But it's important to remember, this is about people.
At the end of the day, yeah.
It's about creating a system that works for everyone.
Exactly. Not just a few.
That's what I like about this.
And that brings us back to financial inclusion.
Right, which we touched on earlier.
Blockchain can give everyone access to the financial tools they need.
No matter their background or where they live.
Exactly. Imagine sending money across borders.
Like sending a text.
Easy and affordable.
What would that mean for you?
Think about the possibilities.
It's a powerful question.
It is. Could change so many lives.
Yeah, it's really inspiring. But we've only just scratched the surface here.
We have.
There's so much more to unpack.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to explore further.
Me neither. In the next part, let's delve into how corporations are using blockchain.
To manage their money and optimize those cross-border payments.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Stay tuned for part 2 of our blockchain deep dive.
Can't wait. It's really interesting to see how blockchain is like bridging the gap between traditional finance and the crypto world.
Yeah, you're right. Black banks is a perfect example.
Totally. They're embracing crypto.
As part of their strategy.
Yeah, for a more inclusive system.
They get it, right? For lots of people, especially in places without good banking, crypto's like an easier way in. It's like they're building a bridge, right? Letting people choose the tools that work for them.
A financial bridge. I like it.
Traditional currencies or crypto.
Options are good.
Exactly. But let's shift gears a bit.
Okay, where are we headed?
One of the big arguments for blockchain in these payments
Cross-border, yeah.
is the cost savings, right? The article really hammered home how pricey the old ways are.
True, all those intermediaries.
Yeah, all those middlemen.
They add up.
And the fees can be crazy.
Especially with smaller amounts.
It's like, it makes sending money overseas almost impossible.
For some people,
Like individuals, small businesses.
they get hit the hardest.
I remember reading about this migrant worker
Oh, yeah.
sending money home to his family.
It's a common story.
And he was losing so much just on fees.
It's tough.
It's heartbreaking.
It is. And it's not just the fees, it's the time, too,
Right. Like how long it takes.
for the money to actually arrive.
Blockchain can fix both of those problems,
It can. Lower costs, faster transactions
making things efficient and affordable.
for everyone.
So it's not about making the rich richer.
Right.
It's about leveling the playing field
Giving everyone a chance
to participate in the global economy.
without getting penalized.
Right. No crazy fees, no long waits.
And that efficiency, it can ripple out.
How so?
Like imagine small businesses easily accessing international markets
That would be huge.
or families sending remittances without losing a ton of money.
It's pretty mind-boggling when you think about it.
It is. The possibilities are vast.
But we got to be realistic too, right? Blockchain's not a magic wand.
Of course not.
The article mentions some challenges.
Right. There are still hurdles.
Well,
Regulations, for one.
yeah, always
The
regulation.
rules around blockchain, they're still being figured out.
Yeah, they're different everywhere.
Exactly. It makes it tough for businesses to operate globally.
Like how can they plan if the rules keep changing?
It's a valid point. And then there's scalability.
Can the networks handle it all?
That's the question. As more people jump on
The
board
systems need to keep up.
without slowing down or getting too expensive,
That's a big one to solve.
it is. But people are working on it.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. There's this comment on the article, someone was saying how excited they were
About.
blockchain and how it'll change banking, like, worldwide.
People are hopeful.
They are. They see the potential.
Revolutionize things.
Yeah, the whole industry.
And we're just scratching the surface here.
We are. This deep dive is just the start.
There's so much more to learn.
But absolutely, it's a fast-moving space.
Yeah, it really is. It's easy to focus on the technical details, but this is ultimately about people.
In the end, yeah.
It's about building a financial system that benefits everyone.
A system that works.
For everyone, not just a select few.
I like that. And it brings us back to financial inclusion.
Right? We talked about that.
Blockchain can give everyone access no matter who they are or where they live.
Access to what?
To the financial tools they need to thrive.
Like Stella Dyer and Millicent Labs.
Yeah, exactly.
Providing services to the unbanked.
Powerful stuff.
It is. But imagine, just imagine sending money across borders as easy as like sending a text message.
Wow, think about what that would unlock.
The possibilities are endless.
It's a game changer.
It really is. It could change millions of lives.
Billions, even.
It's an incredible vision.
It is, and it's something worth fighting for.
But it's not going to happen overnight.
No, it'll take time and effort.
So what can we do? How can we help make this happen?
Well, it starts with education, learning about blockchain, its potential, the challenges.
So understanding it better.
Yeah, and then supporting companies that are using it for good.
Like those focused on financial inclusion.
Exactly, or sustainable development.
Right, so it's not just about the tech itself.
It's about how we use it.
The values we build into it.
Making sure it serves humanity.
Not the other way around.
Exactly. It requires everyone to participate.
Policymakers, tech people, businesses, individuals.
We all need to work together.
To create a better future with blockchain.
A more equitable, prosperous world.
It's a big task.
It is, but the payoff is huge.
Yeah, we can't ignore that.
Okay.
But before we get too far ahead,
Where should we go back to?
let's bring it back to the corporate world.
Okay. Corporations.
I want to learn more about how blockchain can empower them.
Empower how?
Like with their finances.
Okay, yeah. Corporate treasurers, they're getting a lot of attention.
And how it can change how businesses manage their money.
Especially with cross-border stuff.
Yeah, I'm ready to dive in.
Let's explore this corporate side of the revolution.
I'm excited. All right, welcome back to our deep dive into blockchain and all things cross-border payments.
Back for more.
We've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
from how this tech is impacting people, empowering those who don't have access to traditional banking.
Financial inclusion.
Yeah, exactly. And even how corporations are, like, changing how they manage their money.
It's a whole new world.
It really is.
Yeah.
Blockchain is pushing boundaries,
Breaking down those old barriers, for sure.
creating opportunities that we, couldn't even imagine just a few years ago.
It's moving fast.
It is. And the article we've been talking about,
Yeah.
it really highlights how blockchain, it's not limited by, borders or those old financial systems.
That's global.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It can level the playing field, right?
Right.
Create a more inclusive economy,
Where everyone can participate.
no matter where you are, or your financial situation.
Exactly. Imagine a world where, like, geography doesn't matter.
And financial services are for everyone.
It's a powerful vision.
It is a more equitable financial future.
And blockchain could be the key.
I think so too. But let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay, get specific.
The article, it gave some real-world examples.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Of how blockchain's already making a difference.
In cross-border payments.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm listening.
They mentioned companies like Stake US.
We Stake US, right?
They're using blockchain for those international transfers.
Making them faster and cheaper.
Cutting out the middleman.
Streamlining everything.
So businesses can operate globally.
And people can send money to their families.
Easier, without those huge fees.
It's a win-win.
Stake US is a great example.
But there are others.
Oh yeah, tons of companies are popping up.
All leveraging blockchain.
And as the tech gets better, we'll see even more innovation.
I can't wait.
Me neither. But, we got to remember the human impact.
Always.
We talked about financial inclusion.
Right.
Are there any other examples of how blockchain is helping those who've been left out?
Well, the article, it told Stella Dyer's story.
Oh yeah, with Millicent Lab.
Providing those low-cost services.
To the unbanked.
It's pretty inspiring.
It is. It shows how blockchain can be more than just, like, making things faster or cheaper.
It's about empowerment.
Giving people the tools to build a better life. That's a great way to put it.
Everyone deserves the chance.
Regardless of their background.
I agree.
And that's the real potential here.
With blockchain.
Yeah, it's not just a tech thing.
It can be a catalyst for change.
Social and economic progress.
Using technology to make a better future.
I like that. A better future for everyone.
That's the goal.
And I think that's a perfect place to wrap things up.
I agree.
This deep dive has been awesome.
Yes.
A real journey into this world of blockchain.
And how it can change those cross-border payments.
We've talked about the tech stuff.
The nitty-gritty.
The real-world applications.
Seeing it in action.
And the stories of the people behind it all.
Those are my favorite.
Mine too. It's inspiring to see how blockchain's already making a difference.
In people's lives all over the world.
From small businesses to those who've never had a bank account.
Blockchain can help.
But like we've been saying, this is just the beginning.
The first chapter.
The blockchain revolution is still young.
And who knows what the future holds.
The possibilities are endless.
I'm excited to find out.
Me too. But we want to hear from you too.
Yeah. What do you think?
Keep exploring, asking questions. Don't be afraid to challenge those assumptions.
Keep learning.
Because the future of finance, it's being shaped right now.
And we can all be part of it.
Don't just sit on the sidelines.
Get involved.
Become an active participant in this change.
It's an exciting time to be alive.
It is. So as you go about your day, think about this.
Okay, I'm ready.
What if sending money across borders was as simple as sending a text?
Whoa, that would be amazing.
What would that mean for you, for your work, for the world?
Big questions.
Big impact.
Keep those questions in mind.
As you continue your own deep dive into blockchain.
And all its potential.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time.
We'll see you then.